Who? What's your name?
Kelly.
Mr. Kelly, you've been charged with aggravated burglary. That would be a Class C felony if convicted, and you've been charged with vandalism involving damage. I can't talk to you this morning. Vandalism involving damage or destruction to property valued over $1,000. That would be a Class E felony if convicted. You understand what you're charged with?
I do, but I really don't know how I got these charges or where. Like, I don't know the location.
Would you like me to read the allegations?
I was blacked out drunk. I don't know what's going on. I'm not even from here.
Would you like me to read the allegations?
Yes.
Says this incident occurred on or about Friday, December 30th, 2022 at 6:53 a.m. at 3269 Wimpole Avenue, Wimpole. On that date, time, and location, the affiant, being the officer who swore out the warrant, responded to a burglary residential. Upon my arrival, I observed the defendant, later identified as Dion Kelly, pounding on the victim's door and screaming. I heard the crack of wood splintering as Dion busted through the door. I met with both victims, Brenda McClellan and Ronald Peterson. Brenda and Ronald did not know Dion and had never seen him before. While Dion was banging on the door, they told Dion numerous times to leave the location. The back security door was unlocked, but the inner door had been locked with a deadbolt. During the incident, Dion damaged the rear door's frame, caused one of the dining room table's legs to break, in turn causing a fryer to fall, spilling grease on the wood floor. The damage was estimated to be $2,300. Brenda emailed me recordings from the incident. The video showed Dion kicking the door numerous times, saying he would beat their ass and fuck them up. Dion was arrested for aggravated burglary and felony vandalism. This occurred in Knox County, Tennessee.
And that was me?
That's what they said. All righty, you have some rights I need to go over. The first is that you have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to make any statements. Any that you make voluntarily can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one for you. And you have the right to a preliminary hearing, that is a probable cause hearing where the judge will hear the evidence against you and decide whether this case is strong enough to be bound over the grand jury for further prosecution. You understand those rights? You understand your rights?
Oh, yes.
Would you like me to appoint an attorney to represent you?
Yes. This is so confusing. Like,
Okay. I need to ask you some questions on oath, make sure you qualify, as well as to set your bond. So you raise your right hand and be sworn in. This is the uniform affidavit of indigency that you filled out of the jail. You swear or affirm that everything you filled out on this form, any testimony you give is true and accurate.
yeah.
Put your hand down.
I haven't got a phone call since I've been here. I haven't got like any sheets or blankets or face towels.
I don't want to sound insensitive, but right now we have to deal with something else. As far as how they run their jail, I can't tell them how to run their jail. If there's something going on that's not lawful, that's something to discuss with an attorney, but we're getting there. Alrighty. So, you have a job?
No.
In property, a house or car that you own?
No.
Any other forms of income or assets?
No.
You live here?
No.
Where you live?
Michigan.
You have family here, friends, job?
Friend.
And is there anybody that vouch for your reliability to show up in court?
Yes.
Who would that be?
My mother.
Okay, I'm gonna set the bond on the aggravated burglary at $3,000 as a condition of that bond. Should you post it, you're not to have any contact or communication with alleged victims, who are a Brenda McClellan and Ronald Peterson. And I'm gonna set the bond on the vandalism at $1,000 with the same condition and the same alleged victims. I'm going to set this in felony court on January 4th for a bond review. So if you're unable to post these bonds, the judge can reconsider them at that time. If you do post them, they will give you a different court date to go to when you're being released. Go to that one instead. And I'm going to appoint the district public defender to represent you. That is an office full of attorneys. They'll assign one to your case. They have the number of the public defender's office to jail. Try and get a hold of them prior to your court date, which if you don't post bond, will be on Wednesday. And there is a $50 fee for the appointment of counsel. And that needs to be paid in the General Session Court Clerk's office on or before January 14th. But if you're unable to pay by that time, they'll add your court costs at the conclusion of the case.
Can I ask a question?
Second.
So they said that was me that went in their house?
No, you can't ask a question right now. Alrighty. So if you post your bond, it's a 10% bond is the way it works. You'll have to pay a little over $400, about $437. If you do that, they'll give you a card. It says Community Law Office on it. If they don't give you the card, look it up online if you have access. That'll be the number to your attorney. Now, what's your question?
I just don't understand. Did I get arrested in their house, or I was blacked out drunk. I didn't even know I was in jail till I woke up to this.
I don't know. I wasn't there, but according to the allegations, it was right at the house. Yes.
Was I driving or
I
walking?
have no idea. You're asking. I was not there. I didn't even sign those warrants, so I don't know anything about it. Other than what I read.
I don't even know what I got it in my property or nothing. If I could post bail, I can't even make a phone call.
You have to ask your court officer for a phone call.
I've been asking it all day. I've been asking since I got here.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You'll have court on Wednesday, worst case scenario. But the attorney has your information. They know you're there at this point. Well, they might not have looked at it.
What about my family?
But the information's been sent to them.
They don't know where I'm at. I haven't even got on no shoes. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. But something I don't even, I just don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say either. None of that has anything to do with the arraignment, which is what we're here for. And you'll have an opportunity to talk with an attorney. The worst case scenario, that happens Wednesday.
Can I call somebody to see if they can come and get me out?
Again, I don't have anything to do with that. I do your arraignment. That's it. I'm not the be all end all of everything. We're just doing arraignments here.
If I have money in my
Again, that has nothing to do with me. I believe anything that we have to do for arraignment is already done. That's all I have for you.
All right.
Go ahead and do it. All right, sir. That's all I got for you for the day.
Good morning.